How's it going, everybody? At the moment, at least if you watched this video when it was released, there is a double XP event going on. And many people specifically return for these events, and straight after it's over you will see tons of posts on Reddit and on other forums where people demand that this should be the normal XP gain and that it's way too slow and oh no, my sweet XP. You get the idea. This shows that despite the game going in its 4th year and many people have hundreds of reps on their account, they still care for progression. Whether it's just for the number that goes up, a random color swatch or outfit that they want to unlock, or simply to just reach rep 8 on a character to get the perks for them. In the end, it doesn't matter, but fact is that people like seeing an XP bar go up. Case in point, we constantly see people request the reputation cap to be removed so they can't keep on leveling despite it not giving them anything. And as I've mentioned plenty of times in the last few weeks, we are about to have our very own battle pass, which, once again, requires some form of progression. Whether you like the concept of it or not, simply by playing the game you will move through the tiers. It remains to be seen how exactly this will work, whether we will get a new type of orders, or existing orders will get additional battle points on top of the experience and the steel. They promised to reveal the details in January, but time's running out. I hope we get the info soon. But why am I even bringing this up? A few videos back I've talked about For Honor Trials, a new Discord server with the goal of helping players improve in the form of scrim games. And these scrims are obviously custom games. The footage in the background is from these scrim games. I thought this would be a good opportunity to use it. If you're not familiar with the server, then please go and follow the link in the video description. It's worth a look. For a while now we've had these custom games from time to time give the participants XP. To this point we are unable to reproduce this, and quite frankly we don't really have any idea what might cause it. Region seems to be irrelevant, same as the person who's inviting. The settings also don't seem to play a role. Maybe it's invite order, but who knows. The XP bug can still happen randomly and wrong conclusions are drawn. If anyone knows more about this, feel free to share it. So, my suggestion, don't let this be a bug, make it a feature. Give custom lobbies XP. Experience, steel, items, and maybe the ability to do orders in them. Well, orders might be a bit of a stretch, but nonetheless, hear me out for the rest. I don't want the same XP as you get in matchmaking against players. The amount of XP should be scaled to the same amount as you get when doing orders against AI with matchmaking turned off. Let's look at a few of the possible problems that might come with this. First of all, botting. Yeah, I don't think that botting would be all that effective in custom lobbies, because the games would never end unless you have bots actually finish the match. And we already have bot matches where you can do exactly that. We have players that did this, hell, probably still do it today. It's not that rare to see players with 800 reps or even more. I don't think any of them haven't used the macro and botted these accounts, be it solely for the purpose of experience or for the extra amount of steel. As long as you don't bother other players like it has been done in the first season of For Honor, it's highly unlikely that you'll face any repercussions. But don't take this as an open invite to do this, it's still against the terms of service, so do it at your own risk. But botting itself, in my opinion, it is a non-issue. In custom games it is a less effective way than already exists. Botting is not a reason to not have XP in custom lobbies. Another thing that might happen is that people will use matchmaking less and thus remove themselves from that pool. What a shocker. People do not enjoy matchmaking in its current state. Who would have seen that coming? Long queue times, depending on the MMR, laggy opponents who are fully aware of their connection issues, and ultimately being rewarded for infecting the internet with leprosy, because dropped packets are a good thing in this game. Then we have shitty maps, solo queuing being an absolutely horrible experience because the game thinks that if your opponents have high ping, they should give you teammates with additional chromosomes to balance out the numbers. It's just maths. But in all seriousness, who hasn't complained about matchmaking at this point? So instead of having people quit over that experience, they now have the option to move to customs. The ultimate goal of live service games like For Honor is player retention. As long as you keep playing, it is a good thing. Shouldn't matter for Ubisoft whether you play matchmaking or clown about in customs. You are still an active player that will spend steel and hopefully money on the game. It should be in Ubi's own interest to have as many avenues as possible to keep the players interested. But I also understand if they want to place limitations on it. You could have presets for each game mode, which could include the standard matchmaking rules, competitive rules meaning single pick, no gear stats and all that. It can also be limited to only full lobbies, so you only get XP if you have 8 people for a Dominion game, for example. It seems a little overkill because it shouldn't make too much of a difference overall. All the rewards are still on the lower end, as we've discussed before. So I've addressed a few things now that might be brought up if someone is against the idea of giving XP in custom matches. And I honestly think that none of them are actually relevant. All the problems it might cause are already present in the game in another form. I can see absolutely no downsides to this, at least not from a player's perspective. I'm not sure how much this would affect Ubisoft's statistics that they look at for balancing. Pick rate, win rate, moves used, and so on. All those criteria that are immensely relevant for balance. I shouldn't say too much here because I'm arguing against myself with it, I guess. But hit me with any other possible downsides that might surface if this becomes a feature. Because at the moment it's a bug, and I don't see it being fixed as it's impossible to recreate. And no one seems to mind getting a little bit of extra XP when playing customs. And no, making your level 2 warden doesn't count, your account's not ruined. I understand that this topic only affects a minority of the player base, but this goes both ways. If you never play customs, what do you care if others do? If someone's fed up enough with matchmaking, they're removed from the pool anyways. We know that they have something planned for the competitive scene that was clearly stated in the Year 4 announcement, but we have no clue what it is. And you don't get into competitive without playing customs. Their ranked mode alone won't be enough if we even see one anytime soon. At the same time, the Battle Pass requires people to play a lot to move through it, so as it currently is, these two things work against each other, because if they want the casual player to be interested in competitive, then there needs to be a way to combine these things. The Battle Pass shouldn't work against this, the pieces need to work together. But yeah, enough rambling, let me know what you think of the idea. I'll leave you with the rest of the scrim footage because YouTube algorithm and all the good stuff that makes creating content so much fun. Thanks for watching. Laters, everybody. That's Froggy.
Cool. I need to go heal.
Running away.
Cool. I have Battlecry and Inspire.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was dirty.
Perfect.
Should
I need help at the home.
position
It's
better?
very winnable. Very.
Yeah, I'll heal.
Alright, I'm hitting the levers.
I have all of my
Coming
feet.
that way.
I should have done that.
I got 2 healing on A right now. I'm gonna have a double, probably. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, we can just hold the C and B. We'll be fine.
Shit, I'm more splattered. I'm dead.
I can't
Yeah, I know I can.
lock onto you.
Oh
I
my.
was trying to swap guards there. Or swap whatever, but
I'll try to peel for you, whoever's low.
I'm dead.
Good.
Just,
I can't really fight Froggy because he has thick blood.
you guys on home point or any point?
you don't Fuji on me.
I've got Battlecry and Fireflies ready.
I'm dead, I'm dead.
Coming on to me.
Oh, no, 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 no. Haha. Oh,
He's
Froggy.
tossed you
Oh,
up.
Froggy.
God damn it.
Got the back up.
Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
I can use Battlecry to get rid of all minions, should I?
Yeah, just do it, do it. I'm coming straight to A to help you. Just try to stay alive as long as you can, please.
Yeah.
Once once we hit 1100, get off C.
Okay, I will go back to C. My bad.
Almost there, freeze.
Ah! My bad.
Ah, for fuck's sake, you can't feint that out of luck attacks.
Okay, I need help here.
I'm dead.
It'll be a while.
Oh, I'm done. That's fine though.
I mean,
I've got
we're all
flask
dead.
ready,
Let's just
remember?
respawn, I guess, and
Alright.
So if we can get a nice team fight, I can flask and we could probably win it. Close gate if possible. I've been
I had a flash mid.
Just in case.
Should I flask mid?
No.
Alright, we almost have 1100.
Okay, actually,
There's
yeah,
11.
last mid.
Flask mid. Oh, flasking. I couldn't dodge because of hitstone, but
We're back.
gonna
Yeah.
confirm it.
I said ours.
That's Friendship Banner and,
That friendship banner ain't ours.
yeah.
That no. Penny live.
Oh, I need help on our home.
I need healing.
Dead again. This time for real.
Should be
He's
dead.
dead. He's dead. Just leave it.
He's gone. Kent's got stalwart, so careful.
My-
Blockstone? Perfect.
I got battle cry ready.
Nice, good stuff.
I'm out stamina versus Warden. And in a corner. I'm dead.
No, execute, good.
That's
I
fine.
can
He
put
left the body.
do that, but I'll do it in mid. He's got pusher, by the way.
That's fine.
Good stuff, good stuff. And he's the last one. Gonna clear mid.
Dang. Those both sucks, dude.
Very sorry about that one.
Alright, good job.
Good stuff, lads, good stuff.
Yeah. First game that I won. I was shitting the bed heart, man.